Jesus, I have tried to hold together every fear I could not explain, smiling while my soul grew heavier, learning how to hide the weight. And the world keeps moving fast, but my spirit cannot keep pace. So tonight I come exhausted to the kindness in your face. You see the burden no one else can see, and still you draw near to me. Come close to the weary, Lord. Come close to the weak. Be the quiet in my racing mind. Be the rest my soul needs. I do not want more pretending. I do not want empty praise. I just want to sit before you and be held by grace. Jesus, you are never hurried. When broken people call your name, you do not shame the wounded heart for trembling underneath the pain. And maybe I have spent too long trying to survive surrender, but your voice still sounds like mercy to the tired and overwhelmed. You are gentle with the hearts that ache. You stay beside the ones who break. Come close to the weary, Lord. Come close to the weak. Be the quiet in my racing mind. Be the rest my soul needs. I do not want more pretending. I do not want polished songs. I just want to feel your presence and know that I belong. Empty hands, too tired to hide anymore. And somehow your presence feels like finally making it home. Come close to the weary, Lord, and teach my restless soul to rest. Because nothing in this world feels safer than being loved by you.
Thank
thought silence would protect me. If nobody saw the struggle, maybe nobody could reject me too. So I carried everything quietly, the fear, the pressure, the exhaustion I could not explain. And somewhere along the way my heart forgot what rest felt like. Then through all the noise inside me, I remembered what you once said. You said the weary could come to you. You said the burden were welcome near. You never told exhausted people to hide their pain before appearing. And suddenly your words felt different than every voice I heard before. Because mercy sounds completely different when it comes from a heart like yours. Jesus, I expected distance, I expected disappointment in your eyes. I thought I needed stronger faith before you would let me come close. But you moved toward tired people, toward anxious hearts, toward the ones still trying to breathe under invisible weight. For the first time in so long, hope did not feel impossible anymore. You said the weary could come to you. You said no burden was too much. You saw every hidden wound long before I spoke of it. And somehow your feels safer than being alone, because grace feels different when your voice becomes my refuge. You are not waiting for healed people to approach you. You call the exhausted, you call the overwhelmed. You call the ones who barely know how to pray anymore. And still, your arms remain open. So I am coming slowly, with all the heaviness inside me, with tired eyes and trembling hands. Maybe for the first time, I believe you truly want me near. Jesus, I am slowly learning that exhaustion is not weakness. Some hearts grow tired because they have carried too much for too long. And I think I spent years believing Everything depended on me, every outcome, every fear, every person I could not save. But your presence feels different tonight, quieter, safer somehow. Like you are teaching my soul how to breathe again. So I lay this burden down, not because life suddenly feels easy, but because your hands are stronger than the ones I have been clenching shut. And I do not want to keep living like everything rests on me. Jesus, teach my tired heart how to rest at your feet. There are still questions without answers, still wounds that ache when touched. But for the first time in so long, I do not feel abandoned inside them. Because you remain gentle, even with people who are struggling to trust you. And somehow that kindness makes surrender feel less frightening. Maybe peace does not arrive all at once. Maybe it begins the moment we stop resisting your arms. So I lay this burden down, the pressure to hold everything together, the fear of falling apart, the exhaustion I kept hiding from the world. And instead of running from your presence, I am learning to stay. Because weary souls were never unwanted in the heart of God. Trust that your love remains steady, even when my emotions do not. Maybe surrender is not losing control. Maybe it is finally placing my life into kinder hands than my own. So tonight, I lay this burden down, not perfectly, not all at once, but honestly, and somehow your presence feels less like religion now, and more like finally coming home. Something is changing in me, not all at once. not like lightning across the sky, but slowly, like morning light entering a dark room, without asking permission from the night. And for the first time in a long time, I am not afraid of being seen by you, because your presence does not feel harsh. It feels like shelter. You stay when I am weak. You do not pull away from trembling hearts. Even now, with all my questions, your kindness still reaches into the dark. And every time I fall exhausted into the silence at your feet, you hold me with a mercy I know I could never deserve. Closeness with you belong to stronger people, people who never doubted, people who always knew what to pray. But you remain near, even when my worship sounds like tears, even when all I can offer is a tired whisper in the middle of the night. And somehow makes me love you more, not less. You stay when I am weak. You are gentle with the overwhelmed, and somehow your voice still finds me underneath all the noise inside my head. So I no longer want perfection, I no longer want to pretend. I just want to remain close to the one who never left. If your love is truly this patient, if your heart is truly this kind, then maybe I can finally stop running from your presence. Every time I fall apart, because you already knew every wounded part of me before you opened your arms. And still, you wanted me near. You stay when I am weak, and somehow that changes everything. Because the God I feared would leave me has been holding me all along. Jesus, I do not think the heaviness disappeared overnight. Some wounds still ache quietly, some questions still remain unanswered. But something inside me is different now. The fear is not speaking as loudly, Pressure does not own me the same way anymore. And for the first time in so long, my mind feels still beside you. Not because life became easy, but because your presence became home. And finally my soul can breathe again. Not from striving, not from escaping, but from resting in your love. You stay through every restless night. You stay through every hidden tear. And now the peace I searched for everywhere was waiting in your presence here. I used to think peace would feel dramatic, like thunder splitting open the sky. But your healing came quietly, like morning light touching tired eyes. And maybe that is why your mercy feels deeper than words can explain. Because you never forced my heart to heal. You simply remained through every fear, through every silence, through every moment I thought I was too far away. And finally my soul can rest again. Not because I became stronger, but because your kindness carried me when I had no strength left. Jesus, you were gentle with me while teaching my heart to trust. And now even silence feels beautiful when I am near your love. Someone asked me now, what changed everything? I would not say that life suddenly became perfect. I would say I met the heart of Jesus in the middle of my exhaustion, and somehow that became enough to keep going. So let my restless soul stay near you. Do not let me wander far again, because nothing in this world has ever felt safer than resting in the love of Christ.